Hello everybody, it's Lazel here with another video, and in today's video I want to take the time and give you a new update about the Brave Valley event. I already did a video about this new event a few months ago, but since then a few updates came in. We also gave away more information about this event, so I thought that I will be an updated version about this event, and I will gather footage for this event over the next days where this event will take place. Yesterday the event got announced, and at reset today it opened, so now we are able to start our defense formations. You can see that we are currently in the window where the countdown is ready for the matches, and we have the time to place our defense formations. So I would say let's get right into it. When I click on the defense formations, you can see our whole alliance and the battleground where it will take place. And here on these different points, you can see where all on these different colored areas, these are the spikes of the castles from the quality that give certain amount of points when occupied by our opponent. So when you are a deputy in your alliance or even the leader, you have the possibility to use the features that I'm going to be using. If you are below that ranking, you won't be able to use a few of those features, but all in all, I would say let's get right into it. So you can see that a few of our players already entered with their formations, and I want to start with using all the features here on the right side. With the upper right button, I can always jump to the center. For example, I'm gonna be going here right into the no man's land, and then I'm gonna click on the center button and it will immediately move me to the center of the area. So then there's another feature that I can use. This is the call button here on the right, and here on the lower screen you can see that I can always jump in our chat, and when I press the call button, you can see that I have called in our alliance chat for more people to join this event. Pretty cool feature, should be done on a regular basis, but not too often, so it gets annoying. And yeah, now we are coming to the most interesting feature. It is the adjust feature. As I said, only deputies and leaders can use that. And when I go into the adjust formation, you can immediately see that we zoom out, and now I am able to move players from location to location. Why use this feature? When players join, they just search for a spot and enter there, but it can be very useful for the leader and for the deputies to talk about a certain strategy that they want to use in this event. So we adjust to our strategy. I won't explain our strategy here because, kind of like some hidden knowledge. We also want to compete, and I don't want our opponents to see this video maybe and have an advantage over us. So this is the adjust feature. As I said, this can be used by players rank 4 and rank 5, and they can adjust the troops that we are having here. So I moved a few players, and now I would say that we close the adjust button again and go to the next feature. Here on the right we have the troops window, and this is very interesting because currently we are building our defense formation, and remember that only players that are in the defense formation can join the attacks later on. So if you're a strong castle in your alliance and you're willing to buff up for this event, definitely talk to your alliance that you really want to play this event and that they should keep a spot for you. Sadly, not the whole alliance can play, so if you want to play this event in a very competitive way, look for the strongest players that are willing to buff up and that have very good technology and a high march size. And or if you want to play in a very cooperative way, make a rotation rule so that everybody can play in 1 or 2 events. So here in the troop window, I won't send my army yet because I will have to buff up, and I can definitely recommend to go for at least using the fast expansion from your military tree, and at least using the attack and HP bonus by 15% to be as strong as possible. think of a very useful defense formation for you and make sure to wear your best Colossus artifacts, achievements, pet skills, because all of this technology that you will be wearing when you enter with your troops will be the technology that you will use for your upcoming defense formations. When you're attacking, you need to buff up again, but that I will feature in tomorrow's video or in one of the next days when we can do that. So as I said, here in the troop window, we can enter the troops. Maybe I will do a quick recording when I will enter my army later that day. But for now, this is it. And here we also have a record window where you can see that I have moved, for example, some players from one stronghold to another, when players joined and so on, so on. So some nice informations in here. But yeah, this is actually it so far with this part of the side of the event. Brave Valley currently in the defense formation, adjusting it. And I would say I will see you later when I take the next footage. See you then, guys. Okay guys, so now it's time that I bring my formation to the Brave Valley event. And as I said earlier, it is very important that you buff up before you send your army out. So we will start getting buffed up. So starting off with the pet, as I said earlier, remember that the technology that you have when you send your defense formation is the technology that counts. So I go for the best technology that I can offer. And so now we are jumping to the artifacts. I just optimized my Colossus earlier, so this one is fine too. And now finally we will get to the achievements. Always remember that it is something that I personally forget pretty often just because they are not that present since they are very new, so we are equipping them too. And finally the gear itself, and then we can get into the Brave Valley. Before we enter it, I can recommend to wait for your fast expansion. Oh, and the harvest skill, also nice to use. And then we go into it. And here in the Brave Valley, you can see that a lot more members joined. And now we go into the troop window. And here again, for a reminder, the attack and HP bonus by 15% is something that can also be used. And so I will immediately activate them too. As you know me, I will combine this with the Fire Trial. So always have an eye on using your buffs for multiple events at a time. This really pays off in the long term. So those are activated. Using the 25% buffs is something that I personally cannot afford, but still I think that I'm pretty well set. So now I'm looking for a free space because it doesn't care, or it doesn't really affect the final setup, because as I said, deputies and leaders can still adjust the formation. And now I will just send a useful defense formation of mine. And as I have, or because I have tier 12 units, I will just send a certain amount of frontline. Then I will send my maximum angels. And with the tier 12 formation, it is very helpful to send only cavalry, no odd infantry, and then some cavalry. So, and this is actually it. This is it about the defense formation in the Brave Valley event. Oh no, I forgot the amount of 9607.5. And this is now the defense formation that I'll be using. Set it out. Now my army is placed for the defense with the technology that we just adjusted together. And now all that we have to do is wait until the attacks and the defenses start. So this is how you place a defense formation in the Brave Valley event. Always remember, go for your best technology. And I would say now we wait until tomorrow until we can start with the attacks. So see you then, guys. Okay guys, so now we can take care of our attacks for today. So sadly, I won't have my fast expansion for that. It's still going to be on cooldown. But another thing that I can definitely recommend is in this event to often ask for military titles. They might not be as requested as titles as, for example, the Baron or the Treasurer title. So you might get a good boost from those military titles. So always remember to request them. And we will now go for the attacks for today. And as always, we take our best technology with us. So quickly changing to the best I can offer, and then we can go for it. So achievements are done, gear is done, now the pet is also done, and then for the final step we will go for replacing my boots of speed, and then we also buff up for those attacks. So, and now when we come to the attacks in the Brave Valley event, we take a look at the Brave Valley window again, and now we can see that we are now in the frame where the battles take place, and we can still take a look at our defense formation, and then we can also go into the battle formation. So every day you can fight 4 alliances, and you can fight until you have no troops left. Sadly, already 2 of those alliances that we are able to battle cannot be battled anymore because we have already beaten them. You can see that here on the blue line, where the ally points definitely overweigh the enemy points. So we cannot challenge those alliances anymore. My teammates already burned all of them down. But we have 2 alliances left that we can battle. So when we enter the battle formation, the screen automatically jumps to the castle that is the next in the column that can be attacked. But for now, I will have to bring my formation to it. So here is the troop window again on the right side. And now we bring the army that we want to use. So I will take a basic offense formation, nothing really special here. So this, my maximum angels again, some horses, and then we fill with mages. Yeah, and I would say with this formation we can set it out. So now when we look into the troop window again, you can see that the total army and the remaining army is shown. We can also go into the details and check the formation. These are the buffs that are currently active, and now I would say that we just attack this next stronghold. So the fight is taking place, and you can see that I got a victory out of that. I gained a few points, and you can immediately see that the record jumps here into the record window. We can check it later. So we attack the next castle, trying to get a few more points, and we got a victory there too. And I think now's the time where I don't have any troops left, and I might lose here. Oh, I still got that one, nice, but there were no enemies, as you can see here from the report. So let's try the next one. But I'm sure I'm gonna die here. Yep, I failed there, but I still killed a few troops. So now you can see the alliance record, and you can see how people have performed before and after your attacks. When you go into my reports, you can check the reports here. And as I explained in another video of mine, how the new battle reports work, you can now compare and see what you might need to improve. So these reports look pretty good in my opinion. I'm happy with that, and I gained a few points for my alliance here in this battle. So this was the first window, and now we will also jump into the next one, fighting against an alliance that is also in our kingdom. So we will give that one a try, but I know that they are very strong players. But what you always need to remember is when you go and fight against another alliance, you have to bring a new troop formation, or you have to enter with new troops. So that's always a thing that you need to adjust. But Yeah, so still nothing really special about it. And now we can send this army out. Okay, and now we will give Stronghold 24 a try. So let's go. All right, sadly failed on the first try. Let's see who was my opponent. Ah, okay, all right. Yeah, that's a pretty strong castle in our kingdom. And no chance there for me. But okay, so this is how the attacks are done. And as I said, I was only able to battle the two remaining alliances that still have some enemy troops. Here in the lower two alliances, they were already beaten by my alliance, and so there was nothing to attack anymore. So this will happen for the rest of the day, and tomorrow we might qualify for the next attack, and so everything will come over again, and I will inform you about our next hits in the next part. Okay, see you then, guys. Hello everybody, so it's the next day, so we have 4 more alliances that we can battle in the Brave Valley event. I already increased my march size and I buffed up, so we can immediately get right into it. We go into the battle formation. Sadly, already one of the alliances that we can battle got beaten by my allies, so a few opponents less to fight. But what I didn't feature yesterday is that if you're in the attacking window of the opponent's territory, you can here click on the lower left button on the defense, so you see how your defense is arranged in, or how the current situation in your alliance's defense against that alliance is. The system always reshuffles the position of you and your alliance members, but a thing that always stays the same is for example, if you're in the second row, you will always stay in the second row, but maybe just on another position. So, but now we go into the attacks. As I said, I already buffed up. You can see I took the 1 hour buffs again and I did my fast expansion. So now all that we have to do is get the attack going. So with the increased march size, I like to still take 100k of tier 12 infantry, maximum angels. Okay, missing 2 there because they are wounded, but 96475. So this should be fine. All right, so we have this army placed now, and now we'll attack the next towers. Let's see how we perform. Okay, got some points there. Next one. Okay, another win, nice. Next one. Also victory, nice. Maybe we are strong enough to finish the last one, let's see. Sadly didn't make that, but 4 attacks, and okay, this one is or was already weakened, just a few mages left. Here we had a cool fight, but the opponent had mostly tier 11. Then here we have another fight also against tier 11, pretty okay. And in the final battle we fought a player with also tier 11, okay, but 3 in a row would have been very good for me, it would be a new record, but okay, so we finished off that alliance, we beat all of their castles, we occupied all of them, so now we go to the next alliance that we can challenge. Let's see, let's continue with this one. Okay. So we will first bring our formation again. Here's some numbers. Here, there. All right, that's good. So let's give that castle here a try. Ooh, okay, we already got beaten on the first try. Let's see. Alright. What's that? Is that... Ooh, that's tier 13. Nice. Ooh, the technology of that castle is huge. Okay. Yeah. Oh, reduced damage from mages. Yeah, that's very good against me. But alright, quick replay. Ooh, and a very nice and high angel count. Very strong. Okay, let's speed that up a bit. Yep. Yeah, the reduced damage from mages is really a problem for me. But okay, yeah, cool fight. Let's go to the next alliance we can battle. Okay, we challenge them. This is probably the last one that we can try. And let's try same formation again. 6, 5. This, all right, and let's send it out and let's attack. Okay, a victory there, nice. Next one. Another victory, okay. From the losses so far, I think this is gonna be a loss. Yep, okay. So let's quickly check. Here on that one, still a nice amount of kills by that player. Okay, tier 12 angels, very strong. Actually, also a lot of technology aspects that are way better than me. Reduced damage from mages, 70.4%. Always a struggle for me as mage player. But okay, here on that one, ooh, this looks like a good report, but okay, tier 11 and some tier 10. Okay, interesting formation. Gonna watch the replay now. Okay. Well, my problem with these formations is, I mean, you can do that for solo attack like here in Brave Valley, but I don't think it's that effective because you split all your troops and your real technology focus isn't really coming through when your technology focus isn't like archers and mages together. It's like all in one. But okay. So we got that one done too. Cool report. And on the last one, okay, we barely had troops left and our opponent... Okay, nice angel count also by that player. Reduced damage from mages. Okay. Yeah, nice. So these were the attacks for the second day. And let's check it again. These are done, these are done. I already battled here, right? Yep. And let's test this one again. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while till the screen gets updated. But okay, so these were the attacks for the next day. And yeah, I will see you again tomorrow. See you then, guys. Hello everybody, it's another day in the Brave Valley event and we just made it. We entered the top 32 in the first round and our alliance ranked number 1. So we qualified for the next round. You can also see that we got some nice rewards from that. And now it is time, because after the first 2 days of fighting, you can still check into the Brave Valley event. You can see the countdown that is familiar for you. And now we can only work on the defense formation that we are having. So a good thing is that we have Void War today, so a lot of players will get buffed up for a few hits. And then we always remind them to sign in if they don't have a spot and are currently stronger than some other defenders that we have in here. So as I explained in the beginning of the video, leaders and the leader and the deputies can adjust the formation, or also, for example, kick players and replace them with some stronger players. So there is actually nothing special today. Our focus today relies on Void War. So I would say that we see each other tomorrow when we enter the top 32 in the Brave Valley event. See you then, guys. Hello everybody, it's Lazel again, and it's another day in the Brave Valley event. We have qualified for the top 32, and our first opponent here is DCL from the Kingdom 491. And as I said yesterday, we were able to adjust our defense formation a bit, and now we can work on the attacks again against our opponent. And so I would say let's get right into the battle window and get some attacks going. Sadly, yesterday we had Void War, I misclicked, and I still have a few days left of healing, so I cannot send my full march, but still we will do our best and do our attacks here. So for this or today's army formation, I will try something else. I have a lot of wounded tier 12 infantry soldiers, so I will send a bit less and maybe give it a try with a bit more backline units. Also, I have a few woundeds in my angels, so I will just send way more mages this time. Give it a try, let's see how it turns out. So this should work out. Yeah, the formation. Yeah, as I said, let's give it a try. And we will see how it turns out. Okay, first attack was pretty okay. Okay, it was already a weakened castle. So let's go for the next one. Okay, got a victory there, but it was a tough fight. Okay, we also had a pretty strong opponent, at least from the look at the march size. So let's check. Okay, tier 11 with a lot of angels too. Yeah, and it was with, yeah, damage increase when defending by 26% is a very, very good enhancement in this event. So let's at least weaken the next castle. Just a military title came in, nice. So this will apply for the last attack that I'm doing now. Sadly a few seconds late, but okay, it happens. So, okay. At least we did a bit of damage in the next one. So, but so far it looks pretty good for us here in the top 32. But the day isn't over yet, so we will see how it turns out. This is like when you enter the top 32 ranking in this event, and yeah, we will see how we perform in the end of the day, and then we will see each other tomorrow. See you then, guys. Hello everybody, it's Lazel here, and yesterday we made it when we qualified for the top 32 and when we were matched against our first opponent. What I totally forgot to mention yesterday is that when you are here in the window, you can click here on the lower middle button on the war information and see how the current matchmaking is and who you are facing or who you might be facing in the next round. So we made it, we were able to win against DCL, and now we are currently matched against WZZ. And yeah, they are pretty strong opponents. It doesn't look good for us and it might end here for us, but we still go for our best. I'm just buffing up. Already equipped my best gear, best artifacts and all that stuff. And now I will give it a try to see if I can still manage to get some points there. But they are a very strong alliance. Earlier I just got hit by a C40, which was completely maxed out. So nothing much to do there. But still, we'll give it a try. So we are here at the column and I will send my army out again. Still, as I said yesterday, I misclicked and still have a lot of troops healing. And so we will go with a different formation, using a bit more mages than usual. Also, I got a military title, the quartermaster, so a lot of mages in here now. And let's give it a try, I'd say. Okay, so we have our formation in here, and let's attack this column. Okay, we got a victory there. Here in the reports, here's again the report of the C40 that hit me. And I stood no chance. I got completely outvalued in the technology, and you can see the troop Mystic College is completely maxed out, so no chance there. And in this report, yeah, this looks like a pretty good fight. So we were facing tier 11 again with a good amount of angels. Yeah, some good technology, a lot of damage reduction from certain unit types and also damage increase when defending. So pretty good technology for defense. Sadly, missing some improvements in the specific units, in the specific unit technology, but still a good fight. So let's quickly get into the replay. And yeah, speed it up a bit, but still good fight. And I managed to survive with all of my angels, which are very tanky too. So let's give the next castle a try. Okay, and we got stopped there. Again, a very big march size by our opponent, and also facing tier 12 units with yeah, pretty good technology. Looks good. And some nice mystic skills too. So sadly, no win there. Quickly going into the replay. And yeah, didn't have enough angels or enough infantry to pull that one off. Yep, but still I weakened the castle a bit for the next person that's gonna give it a try. But as I said, it really looks like this is going to be the end for us, the top 16. So I will make a quick resume tomorrow when maybe the event is over, and then the Brave Valley will stop for us. So I would say, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Hello everybody, this is the final day of the Brave Valley event for us. Sadly, we didn't make it against the Alliance WZZ. They were very strong, gave us a very good fight, and we weren't able to get the win there. So the Brave Valley event stopped there for us. And as I said yesterday, I want to do a quick recap for you and remember again how this event works. So it always starts with 1 day of preparation where you can get your defense formations in. Also think about a very good strategy with your alliance, talk about it and consider how you want to play this event. Then you have 2 days with 8 alliances to battle in total for the qualifier for the top 32 in this event. And these days should be played by all of the defenders. And if you then make it and qualify for the top 32, you end up in another day where you can adjust your defense formations. Especially during that day, it is very important to talk to your alliance members and tell people that if they are currently buffed up, we had the case that it was during Void War, and then people often buff up, that you then talk to your alliance members and tell them, hey, let me know when you are buffed up, and then I can replace you with maybe a player that isn't buffed up in the current defense formation, and so on and so on. So it is very important that you have a good team that coordinates this event. And then after this one day of adjustments, you start to work through the qualifiers and through the top 32. So we had our first day against DCL here on the lower right. We were able to win that, and then we lost against WZZ. So we made it to the top 16, and now the top 8 are battling. And all in all, it can be said that this event is definitely something that should be played with your alliance every time, because it is an event that really pays off. It doesn't require that much of gem value, or you don't have to invest that much. Of course, it can be very helpful if you're a well-buffed castle with a strong technology, then you can perform good in this event. But what I also wanted to show you is, so we made it to the top 16, and this is what we got as additional rewards for that. So it is an event that definitely has its payoff, and it definitely should be played by all alliances or also by your alliance. There are alliances that say, okay, we skip this event, but you don't have to invest that many gems into it because yeah, it just doesn't require it, and those rewards are always for free. So give it your best shot, buff up in the ways that you can, and in the end you will have additional rewards that will improve your castle. So this is like a small recap about the Brave Valley event. I can really encourage you to talk to your alliance and play this event actively. Yeah, and this was actually it. So I had a lot of fun doing this video. It was a video that I've been working on for a few days, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know how you think about it in the comments, if this video helped you out. And then I would say have a lot of success in your upcoming Brave Valley events, and then see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.